few of the thousands of movies that we've made right here at Universal Studios. Now, director Ron Howard is a great example of someone that Universal Studios has worked with quite a few times. Another person, of course, is Park Bungalows. These used to be dressing rooms for very famous stars like here.
Nice.
And then we have Mark Platts. He's a very well-known producer here in Hollywood.
Monkey
He's
Paw,
currently
so
producing
Noel
the new
is over
Wicked
here.
movie musical. That's going to be starring Cynthia Erivo as well as Ariana Grande. But no, the reason he's on that building, that used to be his old office. Still here on your left-hand side, you'll see two of our high-tech sound stages. The thing that makes them high-tech, you'll notice at the front here we have all these windows. These are actually production offices, and they're attached to these two sound stages. In the past, production would have to go across the street on your right-hand side. The brown and black buildings they totally are. But they might also look like there's a whole lot going on inside. Keep in mind, there's nothing going on inside these buildings, because these buildings, they're fake. They're completely fake. They're what we call facades. Just the fronts and the sides, and your imagination fills in the rest. In fact, on your screens, that's what most of the buildings out here on the back lot look like on the inside. Coming around the corner here, you get a great shot of our brownstone street. You might recognize it from the movie Bruce Almighty. You'll notice on your left-hand side, some of these buildings do have lights on inside, so you can see that there's absolutely nothing going on inside there. Typically what we'll do is we'll film the actors going into the building, and we'll cut, and we'll go to a soundstage where we have the interior built, and that's where we'll do the rest of our filming. But for now, let me welcome you to an area with a little more hustle and bustle. This is our very famous New York street. We shoot everything down here: TV shows, commercials, music videos, movies, you name it. In fact, it's currently being used for the new series 10 that's going to be starring Seth MacFarlane on Peacock. But we've also used our entire New York street for the show American Ninja Warrior. They set up their entire obstacle course here, I want to say maybe 5 or 6 times at this point. But of course, my buddy Jimmy Fallon, he's taken a walk or two down these streets.
Welcome to New York. I got my start right here in New York on Saturday Night Live. This is actually my old neighbor. What's got bugged over there? That old woman. Tough lady. It's my favorite hot dog guy. Hey, buddy. How's it going? Remember me? No. Just like old times. Gotta love New York City.
Now, you might recall during that ride, a portion of this tram became part of the movie. When that happens, we call that a picture car. Now, a picture car is a car that is featured in a movie or driven by an actor, and it takes on almost a persona of its own. Some of these picture cars end up becoming just as famous as the actors that drove them. And for my car fans, we have some picture cars.
Sorry. No, you're not in the way at all. You're not in the way. Sorry.
Welcome everyone to our picture car collection. Starting us off is the Ferrari from Magnum PI. Funny thing about this Ferrari though, it's a Volkswagen engine and a Ferrari shell. It's all about on the outside here in Hollywood, right guys? The eco-friendly options you would think are the Flintstones cars powered by feet. Richie golf cart interiors. One of our newer additions, the Ford Anglia from Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. That's the car that Ron stole from his mother to kidnap Harry and take him back to Hogwarts in the second Harry Potter movie. Now, there's actually 17 and a half versions of that car. I say a half because you'll remember at one point that car ends up in the Whopping Willow. So they only needed half a car for that shot. Of course, we have some of our Jurassic World vehicles, including the gyrosphere. That was heavily featured in the first and second Jurassic World movies. But you might notice there's no glass on the gyrosphere. Well, when you're on a film set, there's close to 100 plus people running around. You have all the lights, all the equipment, and those things reflecting. So we like to keep our dinosaurs right up front in these small cages. That way they're easier for you to take photos of. Okay, you know, that's a pretty small cage. The dinosaurs, they are fairly large, so we do actually keep them in the larger. Sorry, this page 17. Okay, you know, guys, I'm just gonna put on some music. I will just excuse me, Alejandro. Where are the dinosaurs? You don't know? Was that an email or something? I never read those. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna make something up. Okay, hi guys. So the dinosaurs, they're on a walk. They're free-range dinosaurs. They're much happier this way. They're not out on the loose though, which is good because they do this thing where they hide in bushes and then they jump up and they, that's gross. Okay, you know guys, just really quick before they go, okay, hey car 2, guys don't worry, that's just venom, just acid, melt your face off, new skin, that's how we do it here in Hollywood, new skin. Now you notice these trees on either side of you, they are hollow. That's not because they're prehistoric, it's because they're fake. These are steel frames that we've wrapped with chicken wire. Hi, are you doing the water?
You're good.
You are? Oh, there it is. Okay. Well, if you look above, you'll see there's a sprinkler system. It shoots water up into the sky and then lets it fall down naturally to the ground. Kind of like rain. And as you can see, it's raining mostly on the left-hand side of the tram, not so much on the right side. This is what we call a 50-50% chance of rain. Okay. You know, that's probably good. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, hi, thank you. What? No, I can't understand you with the mask. What do you mean it's jammed? Oh, no. As you might have guessed, that flood was also fake. That was created by Big Barrels that we have up at the old Mexico. This was the island of Tortuga for Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean. It was also used for Nacho Libre starring Jack Black. And yeah, right? I know. And the Criminal Minds Beyond Borders fans on board season 2. There's an episode in there where they go to Tijuana. This was used for that as well. But we're going to cross this border out of old Mexico and take you into 6 Points, Texas. That's right, y'all. This is where we film all of our Western TV shows and movies. And since we are in the Western sets, I do have a mandatory safety reminder. We are about halfway through the tour. So if you have an emergency of any kind, like a medical emergency, or you dropped an item of value off the side of the tram, reach up and pull that red emergency cord overhead. The ride will stop, and I'll be back to help you as soon as it is safe for me to do so. Otherwise, please remain seated. Alright, now you will have seen our 6 Points, Texas in the movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood that starred Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie, and Leonardo DiCaprio. It was directed by Quentin Tarantino. As you can see on your left-hand side, the West is as wild as ever. Inside the dressmaker shop, of all places. Okay. You know what? I love Westerns. I was raised on Westerns. I mean, my name is Cody, after Cody, Wyoming. Hello. My favorite part of a Western was our Europe. You want to go? We can take you there. Welcome to Little Europe. Now, you might recognize Little Europe as the small country of Genovia for Princess Diaries 2 Royal Engagement. Princess Neanderthopoulos, played by Academy Award winner Anne Hathaway, led a very young Abigail Breslin through the streets of Genovia during a parade. This was also used for Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella. That was the one that starred Brandy, Whitney Houston, Whoopi Goldberg, Brenda Peters, Victor Garber, Jason Alexander. Wow, everyone was in that movie. But of course, most recently, our Little Europe was used as the good place for the show, The Good Place.
And I knew that too.
Come on, this location. I've never ever seen this.
I'm not supposed to be here. I can't risk going to the bad place.
Maybe it's not all that bad.
How can I help you?
What is the bad place?
Well, it doesn't sound awesome.
On your left-hand side, you're going to see the railway station. That's the one that would take you from the good place to the in-between place all the way to the bad place. Now, on your right-hand side, you're going to see this courtyard here. This is what we call the Court of Miracles. This is where many Universal monsters got their start. I mean, we practically invented the monster genre, the classics like Frankenstein, the Wolfman. Oh, on your left-hand side, the Invisible Man. All right, got you guys.
You did.
You might not notice,
She
though,
did.
there are actually 2 versions.
I never drink. Why? Yo nunca bebo.
Now, if you've ever seen...
And lock them indoors and wait for me. I'm ready! Go! Your choices and go!
Find out your
of those moments were shot right here in Little Europe. Now,
Oh my God. You okay?
Of course, throughout that clip, you saw quite a bit of monster makeup, as well as a couple of those animatronics. And you remember earlier in the tour, T-Rex is putting its head through the top of the Jeep that the two kids are in. You'll remember at some point, the glass top of the Jeep falls through, and so does the T-Rex's head. That was not planned. That was a complete accident. The T-Rex actually broke down, and the weight of the head pushed the glass through. So those reactions that you see from those kids, completely real. But of course, that T-Rex was designed by Stan Winston. And of course, if there's anybody on board that wants to be a creature effects or makeup artist, there's a school, Stan Winston School. It's actually run by his son. That's here in Hollywood. But as you can see, we're stopped outside of Soundstage 50. It looks like we can go in. Awesome. Now, this is what we call a hot set. That's not because the actors are attractive, it's because it's all set up and ready for filming. And since it is set up and ready for filming, be sure to hang on tight to your belongings. Keep your hands, arms, legs, selfie sticks gone inside at all times. And of course, as always, remain seated. It's really important we don't instruct anything on this set. We're going to be using it on Monday for a commercial. Now, let's see what I can show you in here. Ooh, okay. Up ahead on your left-hand side. Do you see that red table there? Okay, that is my favorite spot on a set. That's what we call craft services, and that's where all the food is. But you'll also notice these lights that we have. Okay, small tremor, Southern California.
Oh, that was
You know the lights. Guys, it's up. They gotta place your belongings because there's the thing on the The big one. That's a magnitude 8.4 reactor. Now, okay, I know it says the beach is closed. That's just because we had a little tiny shark problem. Nothing to worry about. They caught the shark. And you know what? My buddy George, he is the police chief around these parts, said it's totally fine to come on down and hang out. I want to say hi to my buddy George. I've not seen him in a hot minute. He did say he was going to be in the water tonight, so I'll see him on the boat. You know, he's probably down there already. That's fine. We'll just wait for him. What is that? What is that? Is that a shark? Does George see that? Okay. 1 second here. Oh, George! Georgie Porgy! Hey, hi! Got something really important to tell you. Now, I need you to pay attention, George, because there's a shark in the... Oh. George? Do you see it? It's right there. There. Oh. Oh. Okay. Well, George, like I don't have a ride home from work today. That's fine. I'll figure it out. Now, as we move across the pier, remember to stay seated. George told me he put some bait on a barrel. Oh, probably got one out there in the water. So if the shark gets it, then it's all good, right? See, oh, yeah, there it goes, there it goes. Wait a second. Why is that moving? Wait, is that gasoline?
Oh, it's warm,
Oh,
y'all.
I am not gonna lie, that feels really nice right about now. But oh no, take a seat, because we're gonna need a mega truck!
Scared her. Oh. It does.
Now, that shark worked pretty well, if I do say so, unlike the shark in the movie Jaws. Now, the shark in the movie Jaws, his name was Bruce. And yes, he was named after Steven Spielberg's lawyer. The funny thing about Bruce, though, they actually test drove him before filming in a freshwater pit.
It's a cool five
But
report, like
they shot the movie in the Atlantic Ocean, which of course is saltwater.
that is.
So on the first day of filming, when they placed Bruce into the water, he broke down and he sunk to the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. That led the crew to rename the production of Jaws into, well, flaws.
That's a much more shark suspect. Wherever you were, you're always saying, the shark is not working. The shark. We just waited at night. We just waited. The shark was well enough for a while there. So I feel the shark a lot.
Also, keep in mind, Steven Spielberg, only 27 years old when he directed Jaws. As I mentioned earlier, it's the Fire Slayer, and of course ABC's Desperate Housewives. Today is closed for production, and the Peele show, Never Have I Ever. They shot 3 seasons here on the Universal Lot. They're currently working on their 4th season. You can catch all the previous seasons on Netflix. But as we do make our way up the street here, I do have a final mandatory safety reminder. We are, in fact, on your left-hand side, this hill here with the bushes and trees, that was used for the Netflix movie Bird Box. That starred Academy Award winner Sandra Bullock. You remember during that movie, there's quite a bit of
It's too
trees
dark to
through the
see,
woods.
but it's
Those
used
down
for
here
Bird
are
Box.
inside. They also used this street to stage a limo crash and mudslide for the show 911 on FX. It actually featured mud on this street as well as a limousine that was overturned pretty much where we're currently positioned now. That limousine could be counted as a picture set the tone. Tell us where we are without actually telling us where we are. For example, take that red double-decker bus, place that in the scene, immediately we're in London, England. The picture card can also represent a single character. Take any one of Dominic Toretto's iconic picture cards, like this black Dodge Charger here on your right-hand side. Place that in the scene, immediately we're in for an adventure with the crew from Fast and Furious. Now, of course, one of my favorite picture cards is going to be coming up in just a second. Once we round this corner, it's Marion Crane's cream color Ford from the movie Psycho, directed by Alfred Hitchcock. This is the Bates Motel here on your right-hand side. I hear the bed and breakfast is to die for. Oh, there's Norman hanging out in the office there. I hear he's a real lady killer, even though I think he's more of a mama's boy. Anyway, we're going to take this road up to the Psycho House. This road that takes us up to the Psycho House, we like to call it the Psycho Path. On your left-hand side is the Bates house. but we're going to be leaving the world of Psycho behind to take you to a different world. Our world. And the War of the Worlds Senate. The War of the Worlds is directed by Steven Spielberg. It stars Tom Cruise and Dakota Fanning. You see this airplane on your left-hand side? It might look real to you. It's because it is. That is a real 747 that Steven Spielberg purchased from an airplane graveyard, cut into pieces, delivered here on Mack trucks, and then of course destroyed for this moment in the movie. And if you take a look at all of the set decoration here, keep in mind, this moment in the movie, it lasted for 3 minutes. Mr. Spielberg did all of this for just 3 minutes. Universal has been fortunate to partner with Generation for his new sci-fi thriller, Nope. It stars Daniel Kaluuya, Keke Palmer, and Steven Yeun. It's available now on Peele. We are headed to Jupiter's Plane, the actual sets used in the production of Nope. Here to tell you more about the sets, Mr. Jordan Peele.
My part, yo. Oh my god. What is that? Oh, the pig. Oh, so this takes place.
Further down, you can see the brand new Star Lasso experience. It's an unbelievable new live show.
I am terrified. Juke Jangle. Oh no. Oh no, no.
Welcome to the world.
Oh no. Oh. Oh my. Oh. Oh, we about to get got, y'all. We done. Y'all.
I think we better take that as our cue to get out. Those were the sets from Jordan Peele's Nope. Available now on Peacock. Those are the actual sets. After they finished filming, they took everything apart.